This is John Sullivan from Sierra Vista, Arizona in Cochise County. And actually, it's really warm today. I'm just going to take that off. I'm really not a Mormon missionary, by the way. There are a lot of them down here dressed like this. So the reason I'm writing today is I'm trying to get local businesses down here to Sierra Vista, Arizona. And I want to tell you why. First of all, I stand back in my lovely former hometown of Clearwater, Florida. They had to scrape ice off the windshield this morning and deal with ice on the road and trying to get to work and everything like that. And sorry about that, but it's nice and warm here in southern Arizona. Sierra Vista is a town that has an army base over there called Fort Huachuca. Actually, the fort came up way before the town did, and it's really a wonderful place to live. This is an awesome place. Right now I'm in one of 21 parks owned by the city and run by about 3 people. They're really, it just tells you the quality of the people here is we don't leave trash around, we don't have graffiti everywhere like Tucson does. Just a wonderful place to live. A very, very safe and wonderful place to raise kids. And right now, it just so happens that building occupancy in this great Trump economy is way down, and you can really get a really good deal by coming down here. There's just a really, really good talent base here. In my case, I had a top secret plus clearance for 20 years in the Navy. And what happens is if the periodic review will lapse for more than like 4 years, I think, they don't want to talk to you. The fort will just grab a guy off the field from Afghanistan, and the contractors will put them to work directly. And that will save them about $100,000 that it costs for the contractors to do the periodic review required for the security clearance. So as a result, you have a huge talent pool down here with all sorts of high-tech people, IT, television production, movie production, just runs the whole gamut of just talent down here that's underutilized by the fort. And we can really use the help down here in bringing more employers down here. Now, I've already talked to several like fast food chains like Freddy's. I love Freddy's, EG's out of Tucson. I'm just trying really hard to get businesses down here and just tell you why. Housing is very, very affordable. You can get a Paradise Valley mansion down here. It's like $5 million up there. The same house will go for, a couple $100,000 down here. Really wide open real estate market down here for really good deals. Just believe me, guys, you got to come down here and check it out. My telephone number is 520-848-7794. Now, one of the things I really love about Cochise County, I really, really do. I could have retired anywhere, guys. I was overseas in Japan for several years, Italy for several years, flying out of the Navy for several years to all different countries on 3 different ships. I was in Florida stateside and California stateside. That was it. The other 11 years were all overseas. I could retire anywhere in the world I wanted to. For a while, we did try Florida out. I really loved it down there. Started this production company in San Diego before then. Got out to Pensacola, then in retirement from the Navy, down to the Tampa Bay area, or as I like to call it, the Clearwater Bay area, depending on how clean it is. Usually we'll stick with Tampa. Just loved it down there. I really did. Filmed a lot of great stuff with a company called Real Spill that turned into the Florida Beach Media Group. And between those two, that was my most successful work ever. Really couldn't repeat that out here in Cochise County, but I should be able to, and I'll tell you why. This is just such a fantastic quality of life down here. Impeccably clean air, lots of things to do. People say there's not. Go look at my videos over the summer I filmed up on Car Canyon, which is behind me, or Miller Peak, or Ash Canyon, or just any of the wonderful Hunter Canyon's my favorite one, actually, recently, with Car Canyon closed. But there's a lot of great places to go around here and do a lot of cool things. And so the reason I say that is don't let the naysayers you see on the national news, like Fox News or anything like that, fool you. What they do is they go down to the border area, they pick the biggest hellhole they can find, maybe a border fence that has a hole in it, and crap all over from left by illegals coming through. That is not who we are. I'm on the border, and so what you're seeing on the news is really skewed. And I understand why the politicians and everybody are doing that, but it's really unfair to the economy and the people down here in Cochise County who will tell you a much different story and show you to a much better place if you come down here. The other thing you need to know is the crime rate is very, very low down here. You're not going to see the crazy stuff you see in Tucson or other cities. Like I said, there have been some recent burglaries, and I think people are getting smart and putting cameras in their businesses. But it's a temporary problem, because right now all the urban outdoorsmen in Chicago that are meth addicts or whatever, somehow they're all living out here in the boonies. We never see them, but once in a while, if you're not careful, you'll get your place broken into at night. So I'll be flat honest with you. That's only because the urban outdoorsmen in Chicago don't like the weather up there, so they migrate down here and spend the winter months down here like any good snowbirds would. But it's a temporary problem, and like I said, it's just a recent very few burglaries. But anytime they happen, they make the news. But really, we're really getting a really good control over what they call blight around here. There's really not blight. Our blight is better than Tucson's Upper East Side, as they say. What you're hearing in the background is a bunch of guys with these little propeller electric planes that are about yay long, and they fly all over the place. I actually got one of those for Christmas, and they're really great. Just a lot of things to do down here, guys. We have, for people like me who are really into astronomy, well, that was one of the bad things about living at sea level in Clearwater, is I was able to go over and see 38 space shuttle launches. I saw 38 out of 135. I know half these astronauts personally. I've met most of them. I met almost all of the Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, and shuttle astronauts. I even have a couple on Facebook with me. But the one thing that they could see that I couldn't was the great view of the Milky Way galaxy as seen from space. Now down here I'm going to insert some pictures. These are not doctored. These are actual pictures of what it really looks like down here at night when you're looking at the universe. And sometimes even with Orion and famous constellations that are so easy to spot from anywhere else in the United States or even in the world, I even have a hard time sometimes picking out Orion, because there's just so many bright stars around it. You have to be like, oh, okay, there's the belt right there, so yeah, there's the rest of Orion. That's just how wonderful it is down here. The planets just have you can very easily shoot for astronomy nuts like I am, unbelievable and unparalleled. So come on down here, guys. You will love it down here in Sierra Vista. Just come and visit. There's several hotels in town. They're all pretty cheap. Check this place out. What I really want you to do is consider a future operation with your business down here, because it really is fantastic, guys. Like I said, I could run Sullivan's projects from anywhere in the world, but I decided to do it from right down here in Cochise County, and I do not regret that decision for a day. So come down here and check it out. Give me a call if you have any questions, and I'd be glad to answer any questions honestly and up front with you. Like I said, it may not be perfect, but it's pretty darn close. And I'll tell you what, out of all the places I've lived in the world, this is the place to go. God bless.